Hey guys, welcome back on the Jen Joe
Welcome
Show.
back. I'm here all the time.
Okay, she doesn't need any introduction because during the women's week, she just pops out of nowhere.
Here
And this
I
time
am.
she's like, you know what? Josh out, I'm in. And so today our guest again is Jackie. We're so glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
She's the freshest Nakawele on the
Oh
block.
yeah. Well, not freshest. We have some friends.
Okay, no, in terms of family.
Okay. Yes, I am the freshest indeed.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like it took forever to get here,
Yeah.
but I feel good.
What do you mean forever? Like, were you anticipating, like,
Yeah.
to get here in like
in
wellness?
terms of being okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
tell us about that, girl. We want to know.
Okay, so this is like the story to describe how I was
Yeah.
as an Akuele.
You were struggling.
I was struggling. So I had a C-section,
Oh.
right? So after the C-section, it's 2 days after the C-section, right? And I'm out, and I went to Target. I went to supermarket because I felt like, I can handle it.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like
I'm a mom.
Yeah.
It's like new power, new energy.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
So I went to Target, and I couldn't stand up straight. So I was like bending over like this, right? And I was walking, and I was taking my steps in, stride, and I was walking slow.
Yeah.
But I was moving, and I was like, I can move, you know? And then I see this mom. The baby was probably like five months old, because the baby was sitting up by themselves. And I look at her, and to me, I feel like she's me now. And I feel like I need to be her,
there.
And she has her makeup on, and she's all flipping her hair.
And the baby's sitting.
And she's strolling him. And I'm just like,
this is where
I can't even sit up straight. Like, my life is over. I'm never going to be her.
Yeah.
But we're finally here. It literally, because 2 days in, I felt like I had to be there. So Samson is 3 months and 3 weeks old, 4 weeks old. Yeah. And I feel like it's been a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get there.
Yeah.
And you're not really, are you fully?
I wouldn't say I'm
Jackie.
fully,
Yeah.
but I'm.
You're the mom that's flipping the hair.
Yeah, I
and
can
stroller.
flip my hair now. Just let me get my weave in.
Except you don't sleep at night.
I don't sleep at night.
But no one needs to know.
No one needs to know that.
Yeah, they only need to see the hair.
Yeah, just the hair.
I think I have a similar story. So I didn't have a C-section, but when I got out of the hospital, I felt like, we got to be moving.
Yeah.
And so I'm moving, but I'm seeing my body, it's me against my body.
I 100% relate.
Yeah, it's me against my body. Yeah. And so I'm trying to move, I'm trying to do things, but it takes extra calories. And let me tell you, the weight gain.
Yeah, it's humbling.
Just 3 days, spending 3 days in the hospital, I was a completely different human being. I wish I could insert the picture, but I don't think it's worthy to be shown.
That's my business. No, girl, I was 100 kilograms.
Yeah, that is crazy.
100 kilograms when I gave birth.
You're a sack of
Thank you for that. It was so traumatizing, stepping, and every single time they do a checkup on you, they weigh you, so you know exactly where you are. So I was 100 kilograms. Yeah, I gained 30 kilograms in my pregnancy journey.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that was not even the baby.
No.
That's all you.
Yes, girl. And when you give birth, you feel like it all has to leave
immediately. That's what I'm saying. The struggle was real. And so I'm moving, but it's me, my body against me.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting out the house, shopping every day, trying to do these things. And I'm like, Mom, you gotta press me. Because she came to you know how moms they do the
Yeah, the
pressing.
pressing.
So she put me like in Epsom salts and like a bath, and I'm like, that's not enough. Like we were using bags.
You were like,
of salt.
I need more.
I need to compress and the pressure is I was coming back for your wedding, a bridesmaid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
you know, it's so funny because during that time,
yeah,
I could not relate.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like I was so understanding and like, oh yeah, Joanne.
She just
girl, like there's nothing you can understand before you go through it yourself. Like you don't get it.
You don't get it.
And like I remember you came for you came the day of my wedding. You didn't sleep over with us, and you came in the morning, and I was like,
who does she think she is? It's just a baby.
I was like, I mean, there's so many people at home that can help.
It's my wedding.
Yeah, you're being so it's all about me. Like, who's Judah?
What is recovery? That's funny.
Oh, yeah. I literally was like, And then, like, it's so funny because I had the same thing because it was for Sarah's wedding.
And I'm there inviting you to come.
Yeah. And I literally, Joanne was like, just bring the baby. Yeah. And I was like, I can't bring the baby because I had another experience where I was at my friend's wedding and her sister brought her baby everywhere and it made the whole thing just like about the baby. You know, and I didn't want to do that for Sarah. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna be in my little mom zone because I'm fresh. Yeah. I was so fresh. I think my nose was still even like big and like I was, I couldn't wear like tight fitting clothes because I didn't feel comfortable in them. And then I didn't like get like the whole milk thing yet, and I spilled everywhere all the time,
I just remember, Jackie, after giving birth, I remember saying I need to gather all the moms that I have seen being moms and literally complain.
Yes. Because y'all didn't tell us nothing. You didn't say anything.
I was sore everywhere. I was big. Every time I looked at my face, I just hated what I saw. I had like the pregnancy mask on.
Yeah.
The pregnancy
when you get
mask.
darker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I just hated what I saw.
Yeah. For me, I just feel like the older generation, they were just gangsters. They were like, oh, like this is what we're doing. Cool. Yeah. I'm not gonna cry about this. I'm fine. It's not a traumatic experience at all. You just have to have the baby. Yeah. You just have to push. Oh, you can't push. You're gonna get cut. You just gotta do that. Too. Whatever. Yeah. And then it's like, we got the baby. That's
end of story.
That's it. There's nothing like I need to process like my emotions.
Meant to have. What is that?
No.
You gotta woman up.
Yeah. For them, they're like, you got the baby? Yeah. Why are you crying?
Why are you crying? You're here crying while other people are struggling to have a baby. But that process, I kept saying, Mom, how come no one ever said that breastfeeding is painful?
It hurts.
No one ever said this is literally the pain. My body, I was just like an elephant. And I used to tell her, like, press. Like, just go in and press. I don't care. And she really did due diligence.
You pressed. I didn't press. So, like, and we're both okay.
Exactly.
To each their own.
To each their own.
Okay.
But, like, the narrative around, especially, like, I don't think there's grace. Like you said, like, oh, when I came to the wedding, like, it's about me.
Yeah.
I feel like unless someone has been there, they can't relate.
And also maybe even just like having someone super close to you go through it. I mean, like, we're close, but like I wasn't there in the delivery room. I didn't see everything. You came and I was like, oh, Joanne, like it's normal. She just has a kid now, you know? But like we need to extend the grace and try to be understanding as women.
Do you think your the transition between like being a wife, a mother, like changed anything between your relationship with Aaron? Did it make you guys closer?
Right. I feel like it got us closer. Oh my gosh. I had so many emotions about having a baby. You know, remember when we got married? I was like 2 years.
Yeah, no, it was not 2.
Oh, what was it?
It was 5. It was not 2. I remember Jack used to be like, "No, girl.
Yeah.
In 5 years, we will."
That's when we're gonna start thinking about having a baby.
Earliest, maybe 2025, 2026. That's when I'm like, "Girl, go ahead."
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
She let me have it. Yeah. But like, I feel like for me, I had to first. I first mourned like the loss of girlhood. Yeah. And it's like, we're becoming. This is woman. This is woman. Yeah. Like, your body is gonna change. The way you think is gonna change. Like they even say that like you don't sleep the same. You don't think the same way. Like the capacity that you think about is like everything is geared towards baby. You know, and so I feel like for me, I really had a mourning period when I found out I was pregnant. Yeah. Where I was just
because you were the baby.
Yeah. Now I'm a woman.
I remember telling like, you need to enjoy, like maximize.
Yeah. Maximize. No, but it's for real. It's really good advice. Yeah. You know, even
the
like
daughtership,
the sleep, like take every opportunity.
If someone's buying you something and wants to take, like, do it.
Yeah. Do it. Yeah. And like even pregnancy, the 3rd trimester, you don't sleep through the night.
Yeah, you don't.
And I really feel like that's like
because you gotta pee every 2 seconds.
You have to pee all the time. Yeah. And I feel like that's like God really just preparing you for it because like because of that, not sleeping when Samson was like born, I was okay, you know. But back to your original question, the whole experience, like, it brought me and Aaron closer, like just like becoming a family. Like we became a family when we got married, but like having a child together, there's a way it just kind of we are on the same team. You know, like everything that we do is about us and our household, and you know, building something that's gonna be good for our children in the future. It just makes the dream even like more tangible.
Like, how do we want to run this house? How do we want to resolve conflict? Because moving forward, Samson's gonna have to see that. You know, I think that makes so much sense.
That really did help to bring us closer and like make our marriage even that much stronger.
For me, I think, I mean, I saw Josh, like, before, you know, Josh is like, he's not, I don't want to say I'm enabling, but like I did a lot of stuff because I know he doesn't like want to do chores and it's domestication. But I saw Josh like just like take his cape off and like get in and being hands-on, like changing the diaper. I would have never imagined Josh changing the diaper, but Josh changing the diaper and like getting the bottle ready and letting me sleep at night, and making sure that the baby's sleeping. Like, I did not do any night duty. That's like, so I slept through till now. When I hear Judah sleeping, I'm like,
you said that's somebody else's problem, not mine. See, my Aaron is really good about like doing the chores. Yeah. You know, like I think I've washed dishes once since I've come back.
That's crazy.
You know, so like it's interesting to see like how like your spouse will rally and come through this journey and with you and team up with you in this, like, and every husband is different. Like what they want, what they're willing to do is different, and also like every woman is different as well. So it's like whatever. Like,
but then there are those people who do not have help at all. Jackie, just imagine with Samson and you don't have help, and the man is just going to work and come. Let me say this is in America, because in America. Finances come into play. I mean, here too.
But I mean, here you have your auntie, you have your mom.
Right, but not everyone is like available. And here there's like an element of trust. Who am I going to trust with my kid? With intention, because everybody has like wild ways of raising children. It's crazy here. It's not universal at all. But like, let me think about in America where finances come in, like where everybody's literally working.
Everyone's doing their own thing.
Doing their own thing. And then you have to hire a babysitter, right? And then you're like,
sometimes a babysitter is worth more than like you make.
How much you're making. So you have to be like, okay, am I going to be a stay-at-home mom? And then my husband works. So let me say that's the situation that you have resolved to, like being a stay-at-home mom. And people that shun stay-at-home moms, that is a full-time job.
I have much respect.
I will kneel down if I could.
Because if I did not get a break from my baby, whom I love so much, if I didn't get a break from him, I don't know.
You lose your mind.
I don't know. Yeah. It's so hard.
Like something that you love so much, but it's something like you're like, if I see you or touch you one more minute.
If I hear you if I hear
one more
if
minute,
I hear one more
I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. I used to like be like, yeah, can you help me? I'm gonna run some errands. I do not have any errands to run, but I just needed.
Said, daycare right here. I'm dropping my kid
remember,
off.
I started looking at daycares. I went to like the different ones and seeing like where.
Where.
And here they don't have like 6 months. I was ready. I was
at 6 months.
Yeah. I was ready, not because I didn't love my child, but it's just a full-time job. I didn't have a help until like just recently. So I was like, how do moms do this? It's emotional. You cannot be there unless like you're applying yourself emotionally.
Fully. And you have to be awake.
But I have respect for single moms. And then there's moms who are single moms but also like stay-at-home moms. Single moms, I don't even know what you're doing, how you're doing it. May the Lord,
I don't know.
Bless you.
Crazy.
Bless you.
That's crazy.
The transition from being, having your own life to having someone literally run you. They're little bosses.
Literally, like we call Samson our little landlord because that's our boss. We pay rent to him. Okay.
That's crazy. But it's a beautiful thing. I remember when I just gave birth, I was like, I am not giving birth again. This is it. I don't want to hear no baby.
None.
I don't want to hear nothing. And then there's this lady, older lady that she was at Naguru, I think, cooking and chefing. She's like, my daughter, she just gave birth 5 months ago, but she's pregnant. Now I know. I said, sweetheart, I'm happy for you and your daughter. But that's not.
That's you.
That's
you. Not me.
For me, that felt like you're cursing me.
Yeah.
Like you don't want the best for me. Like what are you even saying?
Why would you say that?
Like, do you even love me?
I didn't want me to push
anyone. I didn't want anyone to even bring that subject up. I didn't want to hear anything about childbirth. I was disgusted. I was traumatized. I was broken. I was everything. And then the Lord has a way of doing things. Like they say, like mothers get like amnesia. After that, I was like, all right. We can keep them coming.
We can try again.
I mean, if I get one now, I mean,
that's okay.
It wouldn't be bad. But before, like strictly, don't even talk about it.
See, that's where I'm at now. Like I don't, not that like I can't talk about having one in the future, but like having one now. Like if I found out I was pregnant right now,
you would be crushed. In the spirit and in the flesh.
Like there's just so much that goes into like preparing to have a kid and oh my gosh, I don't know. It's a lot. And you hear so many stories of
and then how everybody's like, oh my gosh, I guess everybody's just like in your business.
Everyone's looking for it. They're all
everybody's in your business. it's like you're not giving birth for yourself, you're giving birth for the
family,
for the population at large.
And your friends. Everyone wants you to have another baby.
But they're not gonna carry it. They're not
gonna
provide for you.
Them diapers, that's on you.
Yeah.
Them wipes, that's on
Yeah,
you.
the sleepless nights. Oh, not doing that. I remember when Judah took the first sleepover.
Oh, how was it?
Jesus, I tasted heaven.
Cloud nine.
Glory. Glory. Arise and shine.
Oh my God.
Rise and shine and give all this glory. Praise the living God. I am a star. It's a master. Rise and shine.
Oh my God.
Josh and I, we used to dance in the house when Judah goes to bed. We're not bed parents, but this is how hard parenting is.
Yeah.
We used to dance going to bed, like when Judah goes to bed.
Like,
his first sleepover, we didn't want to hear nothing. I was like, I want to switch my phone off because I don't want to hear
nothing
that.
About you. Oh, can you come fix Judah up?
He's fell to sleep, and then the next morning, my phone's gonna be off. Because I don't want to be like, oh, it's time to pick him up. No.
I'll decide when it's
I'll decide. You have 3 people in your house, okay? You can
figure it out. It's one day. You got it.
One night. We do this every day. You can figure it out. And so I don't answer phone calls. Nothing.
Yeah, especially when like the baby's with someone you trust.
Yeah.
You're like
yeah.
Samson who? Judah who?
I don't know who that. I don't know who that man is.
I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
I've never heard of that name before.
Never heard of that. But there's that meme when it says, when you take them to the grandma, and he's like, those are your grandchildren.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of your grandchildren.
That's yours.
Yeah.
You asked me to have them. You talked me into getting married.
Yeah, you talked me to getting married. You gotta take care of your grandchildren. That's literally how I feel.
You.
Once I dump them, I'm literally dumping them there. Oh yeah, that video when they're in the car and then they drop the kid and then they just drive away. That's literally it. That's it. But I mean, with all of it, it's like a blessing. But you need a break.
Yeah.
You need a break from your kids. You need a break from motherhood.
Yeah.
You need to take yourself out. Josh always like, okay, today you're done. Go and have a spa day. Go and hang out with your friends. Even if I don't have many.
I
don't say no, but motherhood will do that to you actually. Like you just.
You don't even have someone's the energy.
Yeah, exactly. And someone's like very intentional about you. Yeah. Like you don't want to know. Like I want to know, but I also have a lot to know. Yeah. You know.
To know about to care about.
Yeah, exactly.
You can go a whole day. Like you can get phone calls and you just don't even want to pick up because you're just like, this is too much.
So motherhood can really push you in that place of like isolation loneliness. And by the time you get out of it, you're like, oh, we did that?
That's where
we're at? Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'm
true.
fine. But it's free. I don't know if it's fine or it's not. It's just like,
I feel
that's
like
what it is.
I feel like it's really important to try to especially if it's like a good friendship. I mean, I will say this, like it's hard to relate to women that haven't had like kids before. And then also like it's a lot easier to relate to women who have had kids before. Or like are in the same like stage or season that you're in. It's a lot easier to like connect with them because you have the same interests. Someone that hasn't had a baby, unless like they're like their auntie or whatever, like they're not really gonna want to sit down and talk about
baby burping,
and all that stuff.
And colic. Let's talk about colic. Like the devil. That is not.
No, but like it's just like it's hard to even be able to have the same like conversations. Like you just don't relate. Like you're talking about dating and like boys.
Yeah.
And
Oh my gosh,
whatever.
I had this boy DM'd me. I'm like, I'm
and
sorry.
you're like,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
The least of my worries.
That's crazy that's where you're at. But like, I mean, but I think it's important to still try to ground yourself and be like, you know what, like, let me go back to that. Let me fight out of this, like, not wanting to try, not wanting to do things, because that could also lead to like postpartum depression, you know, and like hanging out with the girlies that are still girlies. It's fun, you know. There's a way it just like wakes you up, and it kind of like makes you be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should get my nails done. Maybe I should do this.
Because I know people who just throw themselves away, like after birth, like who am I? This guy, this boy, girl has taken everything away from me, and
given everything I have to give.
And my nails, they don't
What
even.
is that? What a nail!
Yeah, what a nail! But did you ever experience postpartum depression?
I feel like, so my story is a bit different because I was in the States to have Samson, and I wasn't with my husband. I was with Aaron. So like being there, I felt like I was not okay.
Your toes were touching.
They were stepping close to the dark side. But I felt and like, oh man. So I did my hair, right, for birth, for giving birth and pregnancy. But like I just kept locking it, right? And so after I was pregnant, I got like this really bad headache. So my mom was like, "It's your hair. We gotta take down your hair." So we took down my hair. It wasn't the hair.
Mums.
I love her though. But I took down my hair, so I was looking like a hot mess. You know,
a rat.
Yes. If we're being honest, okay. And so I retouched my hair before I braided it, but it had been 4 months of like locking it. So when we take it down, imagine the mess. Imagine the mess. And I was so the saying of like the way that you look, it like kind of has like a thing on like how you feel. So like there's that, and then like there's the pregnancy weight, and like I am not home. I'm in, you know, it's cold. I'm in a different country. I have this baby. I don't know what to do with him. It's just like, it's really, it gets hard. It gets hard. And then like I have to pack up my whole life and to come back. You know, so flying and all that stuff, traveling. So it was. I feel like maybe I dipped toes. You know, I dipped a toe in there, and I had to kind of come back and give myself a minute when I came back, and just to get back into like living life. I wasn't living life, you know? And like even like I feel like it's so good. I don't really go out so much with Samson because I have help at home, and it's good to have your baby home, like especially like in the first couple of months. So like I leave him home, but like one thing that I do want to do when he gets older is I want to go out with my baby. Like it's so healthy to just like get yourself outside, and to, it's more
like
work.
That lady in Target.
Yeah, like the girl in Target that was flipping her hair. You know, go outside and flip your hair with your baby. You know, it's so healthy to do that. Just like to,
except they'll grab everything.
Right. But like it's hard to do it, but like it's really, really good to be able to do it as well, because it just like helps you to live life. You know, rather than like staying home and like, you know, you're just like in your little cocoon, and like you're waiting for your husband to come home, and he's like, he becomes your whole life.
And I think that's the culture that we, like Uganda kind of people have grown up in. It's like when you have a baby, indoors. Like you have, when you're pregnant, you have to hide. When you're pregnant, you have to hide. When you have the baby, don't show anybody. It's everything is like,
it's so like
isolating, and I feel like because there's so much being said, so you gotta have to preserve that space. I don't even know why people do it, but everything is like, oh,
it's So yeah, and if you don't have like a village and stuff, like I just really want to encourage you. Like there's light at the end of the tunnel. I have a 3-month-old.
I mean, by the time we're
I'm not
light at the end of the tunnel,
right.
This is really a tunnel.
No, because you really feel like your life is over.
I always say these kids better respect me. They better.
Right. You
they
can't.
better turn out great.
You disrespect me and I'm sending you back where you came from.
Yeah.
No, but like for me, I feel like what was really hard is I felt like this was it. Like I really felt like my life was over. You know, and I just really want to encourage you, like, just hang in there.
And you don't have to act strong.
Yeah, if you need to cry, cry. Yeah, do it. So, Aaron's my homie. Yeah. Okay, that's my husband. That's my homie. So I had that, but like if you don't, like still like allow like the Lord to really minister to you. Like he's there and he draws near to those who draw near, who lean into him. So just lean into the Lord and I'm sure he will comfort you as well.
And we are gonna raise healthy, confident, God-fearing babies.
Yes.
How we gonna get there?
Oh my gosh. This is something that I felt really like the Lord was telling me to do with Samson. And I don't do it every night. I should though.
Yeah, Samson. He's like, yeah, I agree. You don't do it every
like,
night.
You don't do it every night. I don't do it every night, but I want to work up to the consistency of doing it every night. But just like reading the Gospels over him, I felt like the Lord has really just been saying that, yeah, he's a baby, but he still has a spirit. And we have to be mindful of like what you're pouring into him. And like in reading the Gospel, his spirit is learning about Jesus, you know? And I even like in my own personal life, like there's songs that I have no memory of listening to at all. And like, I remember there's this one song I ended up leading in a service and it just downloaded into my spirit. And I hadn't heard this song. Like when I tell you I did not know this song, but like I heard it at some point in my childhood and in my growing up. And so it's like, as parents, there's that element that we are doing. And it doesn't start when the kid starts talking and when the kid starts understanding. It starts even now, like the way that you're nurturing them. And I feel like for me, that was something that God really put in my heart to do for Samson and his siblings that are to come in the future. In the far future. But it says, raise up your children in the ways of the Lord, and when they grow up, they will not leave it. They will not depart from it. So we wish you all the best. Everybody who is excited to have children, don't say no one told you. Yes, we told you. Okay.
We told you.
We told you. It's hot out here.
Tread carefully.
But you'll survive.
Yeah, you will survive. You'll survive. But what was I saying? Everyone who doesn't have a village, single moms, like you got this. That's why the Lord entrusted you with that baby, and you're gonna do a great job.
You were their mama on purpose.
Exactly. You never know. That could be your John the Baptist.
Yeah.
Or your Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that is like he will transform people's lives and whatever.
And point them to the Lord.
And point them to the Lord. So keep pushing. We love you all. Thanks for if you got this far, you are the real G. You're the real brothers. And subscribe. Tell them to subscribe, comment, share.
Subscribe. Comment.
Come on.
And share. Okay?
Or else.
Make sure you comment down below. We would really love to interact with you guys and hear your traumatic or not traumatic stories.
I mean, then people will be like, the Lord has been faithful. Oh, he has been faithful to us too. Honey. But even when you walk through the valley of
shadow of death,
he says, I'll be with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It also, yes, that's the verse.
Yeah.
And comment, share your stories. We would love to interact with you, engage with you about laugh with you, not laugh with you, cry with you, pray with you about that. And I'll definitely be checking in, even though I'm not, J. Joe.
You're Ja.
I'm Ja.
Yeah.
J-Jo and
Ja.
Ja.